Good afternoon, everybody. I just wanted to come on and do a little project. Since I was going to do the project anyways, I thought I would show it to you. It is nothing new, and it's something that is, I'm sure you could find 100 videos on YouTube, but I thought I would cover the basics and then show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a little tiny zine. I'm going to call it a thank you zine. And a zine is a handmade little book magazine. And I'm going to make this one out of one sheet of copy paper. And the idea behind this is that I will make one handmade one and then I will copy it to send out in my Happy Mail. So to make a one-page little magazine like this one, you have to fold your paper. Now I'm using standard copy paper because I want to make this so that I can copy it. But if you used a 12 by 12 sheet and did it by hand, the same folds would work. The pages would just be a different size. So first, let's get rid of this so that you can see it better. First, this is the long 11.5-inch way, and we are going to fold it, and we're going to do the best we can to be exact. Now, a scoreboard might work, but at the same time, a scoreboard takes a little bit of a thickness out, and this is real thin copy paper, and we don't want to do that. So I have one fold this way, and that's actually called the hot dog fold because it's the length of the paper. I'm going to then open it up and turn it and fold it the other way. Now I tend to find it easier to have the edges towards me. I can use my fingernail to bump the paper against to get the best alignment I can get. And I reach out and fold it like that. And that is a hamburger fold. But then we need two more lines in here. And you have options. You can open it like this and fold it to the middle, and that is probably the best choice because then you get it lined up better. And then turn it around and again fold this piece of paper to the middle, like so. Okay, now you've got 8 little sections. It can get very confusing if you're not sure which ones you're going to use, but we also need to make a cut in this piece of paper. So it's hard to see, so I'm going to fold it again. But you see this ridge right here. It's easiest, if you ask me, if you fold it like this, and then we're going to cut from the fold to the next line. And excuse my head, but it's and you want to be as accurate as you can, stopping at this corner. Now if you get hold of it and you pinch it like so, and you pinch down, and you see how it's okay. Let me do that again, see if I can explain it. Pinch it, and then as I stand it up, I slide my fingers down the sides here, and then I start pushing it. And when I push it, I have to make these little folds fold the opposite direction. So I just push them together, and they will automatically sort of fold out. Like so. And then I have to fold this one over. And it's never perfect. There's bulk in here now. But it's, the whole point is it's cute and it's handmade. Now, I usually go through and I write on a sheet, front cover. First page, page 1, page 2, can't spell today, and I continue, and then on the back one I will write back cover. Okay, well, I've already done that on this other one, so I won't bore you with it. So I have all of the pages written out to tell me what's where. That way, when I open it up, I have a little guide. I know that my covers are this quarter. My page 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. I also know page 1 and 2 open all the way here. So if my design crosses the page, it'll be all right. And I keep this beside me when I'm making a zine, so I know what I'm doing. And today, since we're making a thank you zine, I have, and I usually use a piece of cardstock simply because that way I can glue things to it, even if it's just temporarily, and kind of keep it stiff enough so that it's not warping and getting all nasty. Now I drew some doodles. Oh my goodness, the word just went away. On some copy paper, nothing fancy. But this is just doodles on copy paper, and I'm just tearing them out. Now I had already torn out a bunch of them so that I was kind of ready with it. I also have from the dictionary, from a kid's dictionary, one that says grateful, thankful, gratitude. This one says friend, a person drawn to another by affection, a person whose company one enjoys and seeks out. This is a quote. Oh, he sits high in all the people's hearts, and that which would appear. Oh, that was supposed to, oops, reading the wrong side. I can no other answer make but thanks, and ever thanks. I have some music paper. Okay, and I have these little things. I also have several rubber stamps that I may or may not use. I haven't decided, but I just gathered a bunch of thanks and friend and a little heart. Now remember, we're going to copy this in the end, so, and it doesn't, the pages, the little things don't have to be stuck down real hard or anything. And I am just going to, I want to put this one, I think, on my front cover, so I'm going to put it back there, knowing that that's my front and back cover. And I have these others. So I'm going to stick down a little music paper here and there. And it doesn't have to be stuck real good, so I'm just going to use some glue stick. It's not, I'm not even going to worry. I am going to worry that the music paper is right side up, which you have to think about. The fact that this is right side up right now, but this part is upside down. See, that's the bottom of the page over there. So when that page gets folded, it will look a little different than it does right now. And so I turned that piece upside down. This little skinny piece might be fun to run across. This can run across, they can run across the pages because it will be like a book in that it's changing. All right, well, I'm going to put this down. Oh, I just realized I don't want to stick that one down just yet. So I'm going to set it aside. Oops. Okay, now I want to put in some of my little quotes and this is where you want to kind of think about your page space more so than with your decoration, because if you're trying to read it and it's in the fold right here, it's a little hard to read. So we're going to think about that. And remember, when you put this one on upside down back here, you want to remember that it needs to be upside down to you because that's the right side of the page. Okay, we're gonna, I think, now you can always lay this down and check your placement, and that's too far to my right, the page's center. Okay, where is my little, there we go. Okay, now I want to work on the front cover, and I had an idea for that using the stamps. Now we have to think about where we're at and how much of this is the front cover. So this is basically the front cover, and I'm going to use some Stays On ink. It's just jet black Stays On ink. One of the things you do when you use Stays On ink is you want to clean your stamps right away, so be prepared with something, even if it's just baby wipes. Okay, I had stamp cleaner here a minute ago. There we go. I just happen to have a stamp scrubber, and this is stamp cleaner from Stampin' Up. I don't even know if they still sell that because it's old, but I have that ready. so that when I do my stamps, I am prepared to clean them. Stays on ink kind of does not like rubber stamps very well. And oh, that's the dry Stays on ink pad. Sorry, guys. I couldn't find a refill. I thought I had one, so I had to go and buy a brand new Stays on pad. So now Stays on ink is permanent, and it's it's archival, it's permanent, and it's hard on your stamps. So, and you don't want it on other things, so if you're stamping, this little guy just says thank you, thank you, thank you all over the place, and I don't really care if it's perfect. I don't really want it strong in any one place. So it's fine if the stamping isn't perfect. There again. Okay. Now that was where I skipped putting down this big flower. I wanted it on the front cover and front and rear cover, front and back. Of my little zine, so, and it's probably going to end up across the top too, but that's all right. I'm fine with that. And I need another little one. And possibly a little piece of music paper. Okay. Then I'm going to go back and work on my, okay, now that's the cover. This is the cover. This is page 1 and page 2 right in here. And this says a little bit of thanks for a whole lot of nice. Now, I need to make sure that it ends up on the page 2 right in here. So I'm just laying my template sort of over here so that I'm sure, and I want a nice clean stamp, so I'm going to double check it. Okay, and then I'm gonna clean it again. Okay, that one's not cleaning up very well. There we go. Sometimes you really gotta scrub them. Okay, and I have a little heart that I can stamp on that page, and I think we will stamp it on this page in a couple of ways. Okay. And we definitely want it on the back cover. That's getting too busy. I need to stop. So let's clean this off. Okay, I have one more little stamp I want to use, and this set of 2 pages right here looks a little bit blank right in there. So I'm going to use this little stamp that says friend. We have to be careful because they block up real bad. So okay, that is all the stamping we're going to do, I think. Let's clean this one off. Okay. Now, this little area right in here needs something, and it is okay if it's here because it'll just fold over onto the other side. And I think that that's what I'm going to do, is just stick it right there. This page is, this little section right here is kind of too blah. So I think we're going to put a couple of these little tiny ones in. Do I want to stick this over there? Nope, I think that that's it. So I am going to go and make some copies, and I'll come back and we'll fold one up and see what it looks like. Okay, everybody, I'm back, and I have some copies of my thank you zine, and I'm going to show you again how we're going to finish them up. We're just going to do our long fold. Excuse me, I have to get rid of my glasses. Can you see that? Okay. I needed to make sure you could see everything. Okay. And we're going to fold it in half. And then I like to fold it back this way. And if you use your finger, you make sure that you get it right snug up against there. And undo the other side. Okay. Now remember, we need to cut from the folded side to the first fold, right along that original fold from the long fold. So we're going to just fold it like that, and very carefully snip it to that next fold. Then we're going to get hold of it and fold it like this, long ways. We got a little, and we're going to push it like that. And then we start folding our pages. We find the front. Okay. We're going to fold this one this way and the front around. If you should get the front folded to the back, just refold this part. It's really, sometimes it does that. You do want to try to get your folds pushed in there. It helps to use a bone folder. And it's often not perfect right there. You could trim it if you wanted to. I don't usually worry about it. What I usually do is come in here with a glue stick and just dab a little where it's open there and dab a little there, and that just kind of holds the pages together. I mean, this really is just a little something to have fun with. Sorry, I'm throwing stuff on the floor. I did decide that I wanted another, like a little bit of an embellishment on the top. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna draw ourselves a little flower. This is some cardstock, and I'm just gonna draw a little flower. And I'm using a permanent marker because that way when I go over it with water-based markers, it does not bleed. And these are just water-based markers. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut that out. It helps when I put the scissors on my hand, right? It really does. And again, I am not worrying about tremendous precision, or this is just a little thank you note to stick in Happy Mail. Okay. And I'm just going to use a little dab of this aqua glue just because it works very nicely. Come on now, squeeze out. There we go. And we're going to pop it in right there or anywhere on that upper little corner. And that gives us our little thank you zine that says thank you. And it has all kinds of thankful, a little bit of thanks for a whole lot of nice, just little sayings that say thank you to whoever you want to send a thank you zine to. And that is a thank you zine. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have not already, please subscribe to my channel. Have a great afternoon. Go make some art.